Hi beautiful souls, it's Sadhana. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Sadhana. I am a healer, a card slinger, and I work in all aspects of energy. Today I have two things to share with you. One, in one of my last videos I mentioned the bags that I was making, and I had just been to the store and had a whole bunch of fabric, and I was about to make some new bags, and I found this really simple pattern for a double drawstring bag. So I made some really tiny ones for some of my Lenormand cards. So this is the Anna K Lenormand, and so it goes into this lovely pouch. The nice thing about these bags is that they are lined, and I've been using up a lot of cotton fabric that I don't want anymore, and then matching that with something else. I originally made this for my Osho Zen tarot, but it's too small. And then it has a double drawstring, which stays really nice and snug in my basket or in my bag. And so they're really easy to wash. I took off some of the fancy charms and just left single beads on the strings. So here is my slightly larger one for my Anna K. So don't they look nice together with kind of, I don't know, fall colors? And it kind of actually, I like it because the colors of those bags brighten up Anna K, which I find to be a really difficult deck to focus on in a dim room. So if I'm reading with Anna K, I have to make sure that I'm reading in full light. And oddly, I can because I know the deck quite well, but I don't use it very often here at the store because this room that I work in is quite dim. So the other thing I'm going to share with you today is this package that I received last week before Christmas in the mail, and it's from France. It's from Celia Millsville, and so I believe this is the Lenormand deck that I purchased after I received the Lily White Tarot. So I did a walkthrough of the Lily White not too long ago, and this is her Lenormand deck, which was published quite a bit earlier, and I had hoped at the time that I would be able to also buy her Oracle deck, but unfortunately it's sold out. So one of the things I'm trying to do is to match decks, to match Oracle and Tarot decks, or match Lenormand and Oracle and Tarot decks, so we can have spreads, big spreads with lots of different voices, and hopefully when you lay out cards from multiple decks, they're just confirming what the previous cards have said. I've been doing lots of Lenormand readings lately, and I've really been trying to amp up my confidence in reading Lenormand, and hopefully we'll start reading Lenormand professionally soon. It's been quite a journey, and I am working through 2 or 3 different books. I've seen everybody's videos, so thank you to everybody who's posted teaching videos about Lenormand on YouTube. And I've really found the process more challenging than I expected. It is it's all very well to say that it's straightforward. It's a very well, it's really a simple system. You read your main card, and then you read your descriptor card, and then you read them together, or you read cards in a series, and it's a very kind of matter of fact. You go to your question, you can lay out a whole bunch of cards, you can lay out a small number of cards, and really get concise, clear, quick questions. But it isn't, it's not coming as quickly to me as I had hoped it would. This is beautiful. So this is the bookmark that was included for, it's called the Tanis Lenormand. I love it when you get these special touches from the creators, and I can never have enough, never can have enough bookmarks. And so the deck is wrapped, and she has this lovely sticker. This sticker was also on the Lily White when I received it, and a very nice touches. I really do appreciate the nice touches. Let's have a look at the box. The front and the back, which shows a couple of the cards. And then on the bottom, signed and numbered, like the lily white was. And this is a slide out box, which is kind of cool, like a matchbox. So sliding it out. And then on the inside, there is a organza bag and a book, and even a little ribbon in this tiny little box. And so the book is a little larger than the cards. And let's just have a look at the book first. I find that the little books that come with the different Lenormand decks do offer something. I recently purchased the Fairy Tale Lenormand to go with the Linda Ravenscroft fairy deck that I have, and I found that the tales, that the descriptions did give some more dimension to the Lenormand. This book is in English on one side and then French on the other side. And so turning to the English side, so this is the first edition, 2017, so it hasn't been out too long. Welcome to the world of Tanis Lenormand. Here's the welcome page. Right away, she talks about significator cards, or sometimes they're called topic cards, and has an example of house for family, home, tree for health, heart for sentimental life, book for study. Talks about how to manage the cards, and there are instructions for readings, interpretation, and then it goes right into the cards. Each card does have the playing card association, whether it's a neutral or a positive card. Keywords, spiritual message, and it has a connection to body part and timing. Okay, let's go to the cards. This is the title card. And as you can see, these are quite glossy. And the card backs, just set which is the card back. Yes, these are the card backs. Here is the Ryder. You'll see the card number on the top corner and the playing card association on the bottom corner. The Ryder is facing forward on a bicycle. I do have a Ryder card where the horse or the bicycle is going in one direction and the rider's going in another direction. I believe it's the Dreaming Way Lenormand, which I find quite confusing. And the coloring so far, this is actually reminds me a little bit of the Dreaming Way Lenormand. And then the clover, which was on the title card. That's a beautiful clover. The ship. You'll see the names are not on these cards, so you'll need to know the names. But so far very clear. Playing card association in the bottom. And then the house is a birdhouse. A tree. These do look very much like the Dreaming Way cards. I was trying to do this without my glasses because I'm aware of the glare in the computer screen. We do have a dark and a light side, which is nice. And the snake doesn't look too menacing. The coffin. So if you do work with direction in the coffin, this will be easy to choose a direction, above and below anyway. And number 9, the bouquet. Queen of Hearts. and the scythe. And we do have wheat, it looks like here. And then we have the whip, the broom, or the rod, or the birch rod. So this card is known by many names. And the birds not chattering. The child. That's lovely. Carefree, playful. And we have a fox cub. Number 14. And it looks like I don't have a bear. Let me see if it's stuck together. Yes, card is stuck together. Okay, very sweet. So really sweet looking deck. As I said, reminds me a little bit of Dreaming Way Lenormand. 16 is the star. So the lantern works, the star guiding the way. The stork is either about to take off or is landing. And number 18, the dog. The dog has a shoe in front of him on the grass. And number 19 is the tower. A less than menacing tower, looks like a sandcastle tower. As long as you are aware of the associations, it shouldn't make too much difference. 20 is the garden. It's really kind of pretty. And then we have the mountain. Definitely a path through that mountain. And then we have the paths, the crossroads. This looks a little bit like, what does this remind me of? A lot of things actually, but the lantern in Narnia, for one thing. And having the stone steps connect on different sides of the cards, it could show, it could be an easy way to show the reference, which way the path is going, or the different options anyway. And then we have the mice eating the sugar cubes, and the tea, the heart, which was on the back of the box. Nice, simple associations. The ring, that's a beautiful ring. The book. The book is partially open, partially closed, which gives lots of options for reading. And the letter, the envelope is closed, the letter is open and not legible, so no need to decipher that. The gentleman or the man, we have two variations. So we have a Caucasian and a black man. So you can choose either the darker skin or the white skin, light or white. And then again, for the lady or the woman, we have a darker complexion or a lighter complexion. So you can choose one of those cards. For the lilies, we have Stargazer, which are my favorite lilies, a little fragrant but beautiful. And then the sun and the moon, I will show you together. Like this deck, Celia. 33, the key. The fish. The anchor. And the cross. Very simple, easy to read cards. There will be no confusion as to which card is which. Celia also includes little reference card. One side is English and the other side is French. All right. So let's do a little 3-card Lenormand, and then I thought I would have a look at the Tanis Lenormand with the Lily White Tarot. I do have my Anna K Lenormand here, so I'll show you the size of the deck compared to the Anna K. So slightly smaller than the Anna K in size, and then of course the deck will be a little smaller too. So they're more, it's a really nice cardstock. The Anna K is a slightly cardboardy, so a little thinner. It will be very easy to shuffle. And I'll probably keep them in the, oh, it did come with the bag. It came with the organza bag. Organza bags don't tend to stand up very long, but there is that option. And also the box. The box is not too large. The box is larger than the cards to include the book, as the book is slightly larger than the cards, but small enough that it can be easily kept in there. I did a Lenormand reading for myself this morning. I'll tell you a story. This year, for the first time, I put, since my mother passed in 2012, I put an old ornament on the tree, actually a whole box of ornaments, one that I remember always having on our Christmas tree when I was growing up. And in that box, there was one ornament that was very old, and I'm not sure if it was my grandmother's or it could have been older. It was very special. It wasn't particularly beautiful, but it was a family heirloom. And I say was because sometime during the night, it fell off the tree or it got knocked by the dog's tail, and the dog decided to destroy it. And I was very, very sad this morning, not because I'm attached to material objects, but just the whole thing. There has been a death in the family just before Christmas. I always miss my mom at Christmas because she left on December 22nd. And I have been having all kinds of conflict and issues with my dog. She's 2 years old. She's super active, requires a lot of energy, and just not really fitting in with my Zen lifestyle these days. And I just, but I'm a little flustered. Anyway, so the ornament on the floor broken this morning was really the straw that broke the camel's back. Dog went to doggy daycare this morning, and so this has given me a little bit of space to breathe and regroup. So I did a Lenormand reading for myself about my relationship with the dog, and I've never really done a reading like that before because I never considered relationships with pets something that a person would do a reading for. And I said to myself as I was shuffling that if the dog appeared within 2 cards of me, that meant that I was supposed to work through this relationship with the dog, and that the dog was part of my family, and that it was a relationship that was, meant to be and was part of my life moving forward. And indeed, the dog was within 2 cards of the woman card, and the house was in between, and so was the anchor. So those were all positive signs for me that I will have this dog in my life for a long time, and that she is part of my family. Okay. I'm going to do a 3-card reading for the end of the year. I'm going to look at the energy on either side of the star card, and then I will pull 2 tarot cards from the Lily White Tarot and have a look at that all together and do just a mini reading about where the light is shining right now for me, for you. All right, So I have shuffled. So when I do a reading with a topic card, then my next step is to cut the deck, and then I'm going to turn the deck over and then go through the cards until I find the star card, and it was right near the top, and on either side of the star card we have the bear and the garden. For me, the garden represents the fair that's coming up New Year's Day. It's about coming together with community. It's about my destiny being in the public. It's about being on YouTube, working with you people. It's about being out of my reading room. It's being out of my healing room and networking and being with people. So my light is shining very strongly in the garden, and that is exactly what's happening over the next few days. And it's really been, I knew right away when I had the opportunity to do the psychic fair here locally on January 1st that it was going to be good for me, good for my business, good for me as a reader. So that's really a blessing. And then we have the strength card, which is the bear in the Lenormand. And so I will find my strength. I will find my, there's also a sense of abundance too with the bear card, because it's about resources. And so connecting to people in the garden, in public places, will help me with my networking. So not in the sense of the tree card, which is about roots and networking through ancestry, but this is about connections with community. Okay, so I'm going to put those to the side, and I'm going to take the lily white. Both of these decks are created by Celia Mansfield, who is in France. And I want to say, out of all the decks I've ordered from the UK and from Europe, her decks seem to get here miraculously fast. So I don't know how or where she ships her decks from, but if you ever want a deck really quick from Europe and you're in North America, do not hesitate to order one from her, because they've been getting here at lightning speed. I mean, within a week, I would say, I received both the lily white and then the Tanis Lenormand. So kind of working with the same theme, the star card. And because I've been working with Lenormand, I have also been working with trying to do the topic card and looking at the topic card with the tarot. So let's do that. So I'm going to, first I'll cut. I'm going to do the same thing. So this is something I learned from Kelly Fitzgerald. So the deck just naturally finds this place to split. I'm going to turn the deck over. I'm going to find the star card and then look to the cards on the other side of the star card. Now the star card in the tarot and the Lenormand don't have exactly the same meaning, but there's definitely a crossover in meaning, so let's just go with that. If there was a card in the tarot that was the destiny card, that was your true north, the path that you need to follow, which card would you choose as your topic card for, finding your true north and your life purpose? Of course, it's not near the top. This is such a pretty deck. On either side of the star card, we have the Ace of Swords and the Emperor. Again, a strength card on one side and a card of initiation, moving forward, cutting through cutting through self-doubt, but I tell you what's coming up for me. So it's going to be very important when you do a psychic fair. If you haven't done a psychic fair and you happen to be a reader, readings can be exhausting and you need to be very disciplined. It's very important to choose your words carefully and wisely and to look at every single word as a transmission of energy. So I see the Ace of Swords as giving me kind of the go-ahead to do this, but also to be very particular with the words that I choose and to be very mindful, right? I didn't kind of get a huggy card. I got a very, just almost as if I need to take care for myself to preserve my own energy and then just make this really efficient. I find this deck, the swords, especially this Ace of Swords, it's very, very efficient, and that's something that's going to be really important for this event. Let me show you what these three cards look like together, and then I'll hold up. Sorry, I can't turn the camera where I am right now. So here we have the Star card in the lily white, the Emperor. So I'm looking at that as a strength card. Kind of matching the Bear in the Lenormand, similar kind of energy. Of course, the Emperor is more than strength. Do you know the Emperor card in the Osho Zen Tarot? It's called the Rebel. And this is an energy also of the Emperor that I see that is going to be really important for me over the next few days, especially as I prepare for this event. And that is, so they have a slightly different look, right? Different kind of art style. But I just wanted to show you. I was talking about the Emperor. The Emperor is confident, has lots of experience, and knows how to take charge. It's similar to what I was saying with the Ace of Swords, that when you do a psychic fair or when you do an event where you have to manage people, I also probably won't have somebody helping me at my booth. And I'm doing Reiki as well too at my booth. I will need to be very organized so that I am able to offer Reiki and readings, and that people will be able to sign up, and I'll be able to keep the service going in an efficient way, and at the same time leave myself space to answer questions and just be talking with people in general and talking with the public. So the Emperor card really is about the leadership and the organization and doing the background work in order to make this event a success. So how about you? What is it you need? Did you need confirmation about strength, about leadership in whatever's coming up over the next few days, winding up this year for you? And I'm just curious, do you have some kind of a public event that will require you to be, maybe you're being a hostess, maybe you are organizing another kind of a public event, New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. I'm just curious, when I do public readings like this, how many people have similar things that they need to hear. Thank you for being with me today, and I'll probably be back on before the end of the new year, but I am booking year ahead readings, and if you like my reading style, if you like the way that I interpret cards, then please either go to my website, integrativehealingwithsadhana.com. You go up to the top where it says services, and then you can scroll down and book a reading. I also do have a Etsy shop as well too. You can find all those links on my website and my Facebook page. I look forward to working with you soon. Wishing you all the best for the rest of 2018. Stay well, my friends. Namaste.